Hey guys, Teacher Amanda here with another exciting episode of No Show Theater. Now, I know that some of you mentioned my last video was a little bit staticky, and I agree. And if you've seen some of my prior videos, you know that Manicam and I had a falling out. And I'm not using Manicam as much anymore, but I was still using it to record my videos. And I've just found so much frustration with that software, and I'm so sick of it. So please forgive me for my quality on that one. I actually posted another video this morning, which I took down because the quality was just too bad. So I'm going to bring it back to you. This is the rundown on unit assessments. When you start with VIPKID, you do kind of get thrown into the process, and there is a bit of a teacher training, but some of this stuff has to be learned somehow, and all of it might not stick through, a day's worth of training. There are a lot of different classes, and a unit assessment is one that is kind of unique. So I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on how to rock your unit assessment now. Okay, the first thing that you'll notice when you open up your app to view the PowerPoint is that there are often 50 plus slides. So what do you do with 50 plus slides? The thing about unit assessments is that it takes far less time to get through the material. You are just kind of assessing what the child knows. So in order to do that, VIPKID presents it in a very fun way. They have a built-in secondary incentive. So you will do your first incentive, the STAR incentive, and then they have the built-in secondary incentive. So you don't have to worry about that. There is some rich storytelling in the beginning, and then you add, whatever it is. I did one where the girl was trying to guess what she was getting for her birthday, and at the end she got a music box. So you collect all the little pieces to the music box or little clues, and then at the end you find out what it is that she got for her birthday. So that one was really cool. And they have it set up kind of like a game board with different levels, and so you can make each level very exciting. Now, you will want to make this experience very rich, because I know you think that you have all these slides and that you won't have enough time, but the truth of the matter is most of the time you finish your unit assessment early. I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on what to do when you finish your assessment early, but first let's get through this portion. So make sure that you read each section with rich TPR. Make sure that you introduce each new activity with really good TPR, really good basic instructions so that the child understands what you're asking. Now, there are 3 steps to assessing what the child knows on each slide. Number 1, can they do it independently? That would be like a perfect score if they can do the task independently. Number 2, can they do it with teacher's help? That's like the second level. And number 3, can they just not do it at all? So you'll have 3 levels of ability to complete the task. So you'll judge the student on those 3 things. And the way that you enter feedback in a unit assessment is that you're going to want to enter the feedback as you go. So if you press the feedback button, it will open up a large menu that will cover the screen where you can fill in little bubbles on the student's progress. Beside that menu is a downward gray arrow, like this. And if you press that arrow, it will do a half and half screen so that you can see the student and you can see the assessment answers, and you can fill in the correct answer or the results as you go. So that's how you do the feedback, and that is how you score the student. Now, you can correct the student. So if the student is just completely wrong, and even regardless of teacher assistance, they cannot get it, it's important that you go back and you correct the student, have them repeat, and praise the student for a good job. So even if they don't get it right, you definitely want to reiterate to them the correct way. That way they are not learning the wrong way. And those are the basics for doing your assessment. How to do the feedback, how to help the students, and how many slides that you're going to be looking at. Now, let's assume that you get done early and that you need some kind of enrichment activity to do at the end. Now, for the most part, and I'll just be honest with you, I don't often have leftover time at the ends of my assessments because I really, really try to play up the story of the assessment. And so we may draw things on the map. We may try to guess, oh, what would be next? And we have a conversation. So I try to add a lot to mine. And I see other people all the time say, oh, we finished in 10 minutes, da 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 da. I mean, it's definitely possible. And I have students who could finish in 10 minutes too. But if you try and make the environment enriching and fun, a lot of times you can gauge the student's knowledge and figure out how to make the assessment last the full class period. But let's imagine that you can't, and I want to show you something. I got this at Dollywood, and I know some of you all have commented that you're from the Northeast Tennessee area or the North Carolina area, so you all might know Dollywood. I got this weekend, or this week at Dollywood. He's so cute. Hello, I'm a baby bear. And the students love this little guy. And I was so surprised that even my older male students really like him. He's so cute. And he comes in and out of his little log. Hello. Hi. So one activity or reward system that I did this week was to feed the baby bear fruit. Baby bear, do you like oranges? Yes, I do. I love oranges. Okay. Here you go, baby bear. Thank you. Bye-bye. And he just goes back in his little hole. He's so sweet. I mean, who could say no? Look at that little face. Oh, it's really cute, right? So at the end of class, I let them feed him my play grapes, which just so happened to look like the berries at the end of this story. Oh, and it's not reversed. In your classroom, all the text can be read correctly. But happy bear! It's very, very cute. And so I got this book at Dollywood too, and it has a ton of emotions. And that's another good way to enrich the ends of your lessons. So you could do an additional reward system where you can say, oh, you did a great job. You got 5 stars. Now you can feed the bear 5 pieces of fruit. Or you can roll the dice 5 times. So you can do that. You could do an additional incentive to take up more time. Or you could read a book. I have this one, and I also have a safari book that I read quite a bit that has a lot of different animals. And the pictures are very interesting. They're realistic. They're real. And the students they seem really engaged with that. So those are some extension activities for the ends of your assessments. Guys, I really hope that you enjoyed what you saw here today. And I appreciate your viewership. We reached 600 subscribers. I'm so excited about that, guys. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for continuing to watch. I appreciate you all. I love you all. If you want to apply to VIPKID, you can use my link below. Also, any questions, please leave it in the comments. I do respond to comments, and I'm happy to do that. I like interacting on the YouTube platform. So go ahead and subscribe. Hit that like button, hit the bell button so you get notifications every time I upload a new video. Leave a comment, send me a message on here. I will respond to those. Also, my email can be found on my profile back at my channel. So go ahead and subscribe. Head back to my channel if you want to send me an email. I'd be happy to answer you there too. Guys, it's a pleasure. Thank you for visiting me in my VIPKID classroom. I'll see you next time.